Arriving in the anchorage, we were surprised at how many boats there were.
In Santa Marta, we had no rain for the full 2.5 months we were there. So when the squall arrived shortly after anchoring, we were all very excited.
So we're about to be hit by a rain squall out here. It's been menacing for about half an hour, but it's sitting out on the water in front of the bay there. We can see it coming our way slowly. So we're probably all going to have a nice little freshwater rinse. Keep an eye on the boats. First blast of wind, make sure we don't drag. Just come down and turned on the nav instruments, and yeah, just slightly worried that we are moving a little bit. So I'm going to turn on the chart plotter and just check that we stay in the same place. Okay, you think so? Do you know what's on soap?
After a hot windless passage, we took this opportunity to clean both Mokara and ourselves.
My dad's cleaning a boat because it's raining so much. Me and Dylan and Mum have washed our hair, and believe me, it is raining more than you think it is. Okay, hope I survive if I don't.
We needed to quarantine for 14 days before we could check into Panama. Luckily, we could still explore in the dinghy and get to know our new surroundings.
Jungle paradise. There are monkeys on this island, spider monkeys, very long tails, black, stand up on their hind legs and wander around, but apparently quite aggressive.
We are anchored in the channel between Isola Linton and the mainland Panama.
Except for the monkeys, sloths, birds and lizards, this island is uninhabited. Can I do that? They are super cheeky, stealing paddleboarders' paddles and chasing people off the beach.
Safest place to be when they approach you is to be in the water.
Ah, classic. That's proper jungle there, isn't it, boys? It's incredible. Right down to the water's edge. Linton Bay Marina. Lots of little reefs on the outside here that you have to be careful of. We're not allowed ashore, we're just going to go and have a quick look because we're still in quarantine. Okay, so Claire's just come back. She's been doing her rubbish collection on the paddleboard, and quite a good collection that she's got there. So we're going to just keep doing that whilst we're in the bay, and try and get as much plastic out as we can whilst we're here. Dinghy trawling here in Panama, and Dylan has just caught a fish. Well, he's hooked into a fish. He hasn't quite caught it yet. It looks like the lesser spotted piranha. What is that?
That's a Spanish mackerel. It's got a dinghy driver.
We went to explore the mangroves.
Wow, this water is incredibly clear.
So we just got to follow the sand trail and just... Ah! Yeah, it's like that.
There's a fish, look.
Yeah, mullet. They mullet.
No, trout.
They were mullet.
It's got to be straight.
Seeing the biodiversity in the mangroves inspired us to start our Adventure School series. So look out for this on our videos. We had a great time researching and making these videos.
There's crabs climbing up the trees.
Oh, there.
No, don't shout at me. We need to watch. Right, point your rod backwards. That way it won't get stuck in the tree, pushing over.
Look at that.
Great to come through here, full tilt. The ocean's deep enough.
I'm sure the boat boys do.
Yeah.
When you exit the mangroves, you come to a secluded marina called Panama Marina, which has thick forest and mangroves bordering it.
found a little swimming iguana.
You're not going to pick him up.
And we went to go check out the surf spots.
And we're going to go bodyboarding, and Dylan's just getting himself warm before he leaps into the water, and the rest of the guys are already out there. There's 6 or 7 other people surfing already, and it looks like a good day to be out. Some good waves.
This is the first place we have had dolphins come into the anchorage on almost a daily basis.
They were swimming through here. They'll be right where you are somewhere now.
As we are surrounded by beautiful islands, we decided to go and try find a beach to play on.
I hope this isn't the highly poisonous triple hibiscus tree that's just rubbed all over my back.
You lifted the engine in it.
Wow, we're in our own little canopy. The hidden beach. Right, I don't want to get my feet wet. Pull me right up.
No.
There's incredible sea out here. Amazing beach. But sadly, all over this beach there's a load of plastic and rubbish. Not really the fault of the locals here. This is just being washed up by the wind and the waves. So the goal is obviously to get out here somewhere along the line and try and do a bit of a clear up. Help get those trashy Tuesday figures up. And there's plenty here as well that we can pick up. So we're going to come with trainers, some big bags, and find out where we can dump this stuff as well afterwards.
We went spearfishing just off the beach and saw amazing corals and fish. I managed to spear a baby lionfish.
What do you got there, Dill?
A lionfish. Why did you catch it? We speared it because it kills the reef here. They can grow quite big and they'll eat almost every fish they can find.
Oh wow. Okay, well that's an incredible shot that you got him. Okay.
Yeah.
So spear gun works after all.
Yeah. He's long gone. Look. Yay! Ow! My hand. Ow! Okay, yeah, he's very bad. I can see that on my dash.
This crab that comes out the circle is the winner.
Brad, you got to name your crabs.
Okay.
My money's on.
I've got Joey and Gerald.
Okay.
See?
¿Cómo le tienes llamar a tu cangrejo?
Hermie.
Fórmula 1.
Formula 1, yay! Good name.
Hey, now wait.
Oh, my money's on Formula 1. Formula 1.
Yeah.
The other two, Nathan, yours are sleeping.
Oh, no, they're
Well,
woken
some
up.
activity.
Formula 1. Formula 1. Formula 1. Formula 1.
Well done.
Well done, Sid, the winner. You have the winning crab. Let's see who comes second.
Yeah,
Which one?
Who's going to come second?
What were their names?
Slow crab, fast crab. Oh, this is going to be really close.
Oh, it's really close. I think it's
Slow crab!
Slow crab's the winner. Woohoo! sunset in Linton Bay on the 9th or 10th of June, I'm not sure. Monday anyway. Look at the colours.
So I'm just bobbing around here in the dinghy. I've taken the boys off snorkeling. Actually, they're spearfishing out here on this little reef, desperate to try and find us some dinner. Yesterday was quite an interesting place. We came across some crayfish, but unfortunately it's not crayfish season anymore, so we had to leave them exactly where they were. But we do now know where they hide out, so if we're still around or we come back in season, we know where to look. And we are just alongside what's known as Monkey Island here at the moment, and it's quite an incredible setting. It is literally just bush to the water's edge, and it's quite a place to be, so really enjoying it. Out here in all these anchorages in the Caribbean, the best thing to do is always lock up your dinghies. So at night we've got that bicycle cable tied around the dinghy davits, well, actually locked onto the dinghy davits, and the engine itself is also locked onto the dinghy. There was a dinghy stolen here the other evening. They took it up onto the beach, removed the outboard, and left the dinghy on the beach, but they were just after the outboard. And the boys are having a last dip pre-dinner in the rain, final swim. And that's the anchorage. There must be about 800 boats. There must be about 100 boats here now. Seems to be getting a bit busier. And there goes Dylan. So although the sun hasn't gone, well, the sun has gone down totally, but it's not pitch black. I'm just going to show you. You won't even see the yachts out here, or you might see one or two. But this is one of those strange anchorages that probably 5% of the boats out here at anchor actually have their anchor light on, and we can't quite figure out why that is. Why wouldn't you have an anchor light on here? It's quite a difficult entrance as it is in the first place. It's not quite how it appears on Navionics, so you need to use Eric Bauhaus's book to get in here if you want to do it safely. So it would help, particularly if you've got a boat coming in late at night, they can actually see where all the other yachts are quite easily. We've got one coming in here now. So yeah, we'll have to figure out why that is.
So it's another rainy day. We're in the rainy season here in Panama, so we're not getting as much sun as we used to, so we're having to sadly run the generator in the morning because our solar normally tops us up during the day. Our battery level's quite happy now, but that's because we've had the generator on for about an hour this morning. It does help though for breakfast because it means we can have some toast. Dill's been off to get some bread. He's doing some reading now. I'm doing some videos. Nathan and Sean are doing some school, some revision.
Oh right.
I am
I'm
still.
not going below the waistline.
Don't go below the belt.
Is this too easy for you?
Well, what's 1,972 divided by 0?
0.
That was way too easy.
I've pretty much just been doing it on this whole page. 0, 0, 0, 0.
Oh, what is it? Just the answer is 0 the whole time.
Pretty much.
Okay, well we'll have to get to some more difficult revision later on.
Yeah.
So all the washing is still hanging up because it's raining on and off. As you can see, rainy season in Panama. Not what we planned. We didn't plan to be here in June. We were planning to be in June. We would have been in Tahiti, I think. Or Tuamotu's probably. But normally it clears up for a few hours a day. But then it goes back to raining. The humidity level has said, we looked at the weather report, the humidity level is dangerously high. We're not quite sure what the word dangerously means, whether it's dangerously high for us or dangerously high for the environment or what it means. But yes, it seems to be more at night, the humidity. I seem to be fine during the day, but I think the rain cools it down. We're going to a little island that we've been to already that had loads of trash on it. It's a bit grey and blustery, so we're taking our VHF with, just in case. And it's a little bit...
Our motor just cut out.
Oh,
That's amazing.
Let me do this. I can stop.
oh.
Too confident.
Can you do it?
Oh. And we're off again.
Daddy, we need to go full speed.
We're turning around, Nathan.
How is this supposed to be?
Yeah, when you get there, they'll over coral and everything.
You won't see the coral and it'll dump you onto the coral.
We don't need to wreck the dinghy. Go in on the left hand side of this boat.
There's loads of crabs on that boat.
Oh, they are, man. Yeah.
This is why we saw the rain. This is why we saw both the rains.
So we are on Monkey Island. Everyone's a bit nervous because of the monkeys.
We were bitten and pulled.
So this is an uninhabited island, but yet the trash, there's even an old fridge on here. Don't ask me how that gets here. Can you imagine hitting that with your boat?
Everyone, the monkeys might eat us.
And as you can see, it's just riddled with plastic.
Can we take the fridge? I need a machete to survive. Okay, then let me go first.
Bill, look at this crab in the tree.
Everyone out the way.
Gotcha. And his friend. You got to try and hit on the same spot the whole time.
Don't get it in the water.
How long have we been here, guys?
5 minutes.
10 minutes?
5 minutes.
We've nearly filled our bag and we've only done this one little section. As you can see back here, it is going to take more than one
What was that?
episode.
I'm making a start.
You can do what?
Oh, nice one.
Adios.
First 3/4 of the bag, we should say, and there is 6 kilograms, I believe, that we've just emptied into the bin, and it's almost filled up the whole bin.
10 minutes.
And we did all of this in 10 minutes. It's amazing. The beach was full with all kinds of plastic, and we did. It's as if we didn't even make a dent in it. That's how much there is. So we're gonna come back there every day. We're gonna see if we can totally clean up that beach.
Just on our Trashy Tuesday cleanup, took all the trash back to land and had to zoot back to the boat because of this rain.
Okay, so we're here in Linton Bay Marina, and I've just been working on the engine today. We've had some paint blistering, so just been getting that back to the bare metal, just putting some primer on it, getting it fixed up. And I've kind of got bits, little bits, just like screws, nuts, bolts, and some little plate fittings actually off the engine at the moment. But I'm going to quickly put it all back on. We've got quite a bit of weather coming our way, as you can see in the distance. And you know, having a boat that's not ready to go when you've got strong winds potentially approaching, we may even get some lightning out of this lot. I just want to get the boat ready and make sure we can move if we have to. So that's where we are with that right now. It's a bit of a shame because you never feel like you can really get too much done. Got to keep a real close eye on that weather, but rather be safe than sorry. So that's what I'm doing at the moment. Should we make a countdown calendar? The quarantine countdown calendar, and then we have a. Why don't we have a quarantine party? Out of quarantine party.
You've not been doing anything out there.
No, bad idea.
No. In the same thing.
I think I'm going to do this.
Have I got my camera?
Just finished cooking.
What did you make?
Tomato sauce pasta.
And I hope it tastes good.
First ever
I
time.
hope so. I don't want to complain to the chef.
The chef is Nathan. Eventually, the end of quarantine, we were all ready for some land time. Uploading and internet work and school work. And this is Linton Bay Marina, which is where we're doing all the work. Everyone's hard at work, as you can see. Working on YouTube videos.
When you fall on your back, Nathan, that's going to hurt, eh?
Yeah, and it's gonna be funny.
Yeah, especially if it's on video.
Yeah, you might want a video this time.
I took a taxi into the small town of Portobello to check us into Panama and get our passport stamped.
We got into trouble. Para que tomen foto a la ruina, ¿quieren?
We were very lucky to have such freedom during our 2 weeks quarantine. We had lots of fun exploring the islands and reefs around us. Now we're looking forward to seeing more of Panama.
If you like our videos and would like to support us, please take a look at our Patreon page. The link is in the text below. Your support will help us buy better recording and editing equipment, and it will also help us continue on our adventure.